Hi all, it's VSG Steve here with my week 1 update. I had my surgery last Tuesday afternoon at Miami Valley Hospital. The surgeon was Dr. Donovan Teal. I gave an update that morning after surgery, so actually on day 1 post-op. But I wanted to update everybody with my my numbers and what I've been doing this week. So I'll get right to it. I wrote it down so I wouldn't mess up on anything. My starting weight on November 24th was 343.9. Day of surgery, I was 330.3. Today's weight, drum roll, was 317.7. So 1 week total, 12.6 pounds. Wow, I am really thrilled about that number. I know it slows down from here, but I tell you what, stepping on the scale this morning, I was very, very excited. Total weight loss to date is 26.2 pounds. So, doing well. I want to go through and tell you a little bit about my week. Let's see what I write. So that morning after I did my last video, I was still in the hospital. That morning went a little bit better. Once I started to pee, which was a big problem initially, once I started to pee, I was fine. The nurses kind of left me alone. I got advanced to a full fluids diet, which for breakfast at probably about 8, they gave me a popsicle, which I didn't eat. I was just trying to get my water in. They also gave me some tea. I didn't do that either. I mean, I kind of skipped breakfast. My first day, not good. But yeah, so and then let's see. I had a great visitor that morning. VSG Zach came to the hospital. He was actually on his 1-year appointment with the same doctor, same surgeon, Dr. Teal, and he was there for his visit, and he stopped by, and his mom was with him. So it was really neat, and I really appreciate it, Zach, that you stopped by that morning. I had kind of a rough night, so it was really nice to see what I'm doing is worth it. If you don't know VSG Zach, I would definitely recommend subscribing to his page. He did just like every week videos, and then it was every 2 weeks, but I mean, he did fantastic job on his journey, and still is. So anyways, just a little quick shout out to him. So after he left, let's see, I was up walking. I was pretty much unrestricted. They took the heart monitor off me, so the only thing that I had to kind of finagle to get off me was they had these leg wraps that would kind of go around the bottom of your legs to get circulation moving so you won't get a clot. So I had to get those off, and then I was basically free to walk the grounds. They took me off my oxygen. They said it was actually my fault because I was playing with the little thing, the pulse ox that they put on your finger, and it was making it show a low reading, so the oxygen really was probably just my fault. But otherwise, I think I did a total of 7 laps, which VSG Gary, if you subscribe to him, he says he did 75. So I didn't do nearly as many, but I tried. I did my best. Maybe my laps were longer. I don't know. So it went pretty well. For lunch, they ordered me some protein drinks, which I tried. I didn't do very well. That day I got about 3 grams of protein in. I was really more focused on fluids, and for fluids I only did about 22 ounces of water anyways. But so that day they gave me Unger. It's a protein powder chicken broth thing. You add hot water, you stir it, and it's supposed to taste like a creamy chicken soup. I hated it. It was nasty. Gross. Never do it again. Never buying it again. Sorry. So, with that, let's see, my wife was there. She came and went and got the car, and I met with the doctor about 3, and he said everything went really well, and I didn't have to do a leak test. I know some people do leak tests for whatever reason. My surgeon doesn't, so I didn't do a leak test. I've heard it's just terrible from everybody, so I'm glad I didn't have to do that. Other than that, yeah, that was pretty much it. I met with a nutritionist again. She just wanted to go through and make sure I was really prepared at home before going home. So that was it. And then, so my wife went and got the car. They rolled me down in a wheelchair, and I went in the car. One thing I do want to say is, if you guys don't, if you're pre-op right now, and you're like, what do I need just to get home and to get around? They have these things. I don't know if you can see them. This is a abdominal brace, or a abdominal, it's kind of a mesh that wraps your abdominal body all the way around. And you tighten it in the front, and I tell you what, it is a lifesaver, because going home on Dayton roads, really, really bumpy. And some of you know, some of you don't, I work as an EMT in a back of an ambulance, and I have a patient bumping around, and I have a newfound respect for them when they kind of like twist in pain, because those bumps are treacherous. And I was in a car. I can't imagine in the back of an ambulance. So anyways, just a word of advice. Make sure if you're pre-op that you tell your doctor to get you an abdominal brace, because they're very helpful. So let's see. When I got home, I was in a lot of pain, but I decided that I was not going to take any pain meds. And I know some people say that is absolutely retarded, because if you're in pain, take pain meds. Well, pain meds, and this is gross, so I apologize if anybody's kind of grossed out there, but I assume you're wanting to follow these videos so you know the truth. Pain meds for me really make me constipated. So, and I really did not want to be constipated at all. I mean, I really want that area, since the top areas had so much trauma, I want the bottom area to not have a lot of stress. So, I decided not to take any pain meds, just grin and bear it. I wasn't in a whole lot of pain. I had a lot of that gas pain, like everybody describes, underneath their abdomen, or underneath, you know, their chest a little bit. But I found if I got up and I walked around the house, it would go away. So, when I came home, I made a horrible, horrible mistake. That first night, I slept in my favorite chair. I have this, like, chair with an ottoman in my living room, and, you know, it's my favorite chair. Where am I gonna go after surgery? My favorite chair. Well, what you don't realize is my favorite chair, I'm a big guy, and I've kind of broken it down a little bit, and, excuse me, it not really, you know, it's a little bit too worn out. So that night was hell. Day 2, I see I'm at 9 minutes now, so I'll start moving. Day 2, just spent the day recovering, laying in the chair, getting up, walking around the house. I started to drink some protein Premier Protein, which I'm going to actually do a video of everything I've been drinking and eating because, drinking basically, because a lot of people have been asking me like what I can have that are non-VSG people. VSG people, of course, no, but what I can have or what I've been sustaining myself with. So I'll do another video of that right after this. Otherwise, I was just walking and drinking protein. And real quickly, it's this stuff that I've been drinking. Premier Protein chocolate. Tasty. 30 grams. 11 ounces. Amazing. Actually, I'm drinking vanilla right now for breakfast. Just walking, drinking, drink. That's the best way to describe it. I have a 20-ounce bottle. Okay, it does look purple right now, but it's actually blue. And I just sip on it. I sip on it all day, and when it's gone, I fill it up again, and I sip. So day 2, really good. You know, I was only getting in about one of these, which is 30 grams. I was trying to get more, but it just wasn't happening those first couple days. Day three, again, I apologize. It's kind of, you know, a little bit out there. I pooped. So, you know, it is what it is. I was pretty excited that I didn't take any pain meds, and that function still worked. And, you know, now I'm regular every day. It's amazing. Still liquid in, but I don't know. So I'll move on from that subject. Let's see. Day 4, I finally felt I had enough to get up and walk around the neighborhood with my wife, so we did that. Otherwise, I just kind of rested, relaxed, drank water, protein, did a lot of movies. You know, I'm not watching hardly any TV right now because I do not want to see the food commercials. I do not want to tip myself. So, day 5, I had something interesting happen on day 5. So I woke up and I didn't have any irritants, but you can kind of see it right there. I have a little bit of yellow tinge in my eye, and I was concerned because it was getting darker and darker throughout the morning. It wasn't in my left eye, but it was in my right eye. So I ended up I was looking at forums, and you know, I'm afraid that I'm like jaundice. So I went ahead and called my surgeon, which he was super nice about. He said it was probably it could be a couple things. It's probably a vitamin deficiency. That's something that's affecting my eye right now. He said it might be you know, something weird that, you know, jaundice sometimes happens when people lose a lot of weight real quick and they go on a low-calorie restricted diet, but it comes back. So not to worry about it. And when I see him on the 29th for my 2-week visit, he'll go ahead and run some blood work and make sure, you know, my liver's okay and that kind of thing. So otherwise, you can still kind of see it a little bit, but otherwise, I'm doing okay. Day 6, well, actually on day 5 too, I drove. I went out to the firehouse to see everybody, and I walked in, and everybody's like, "Hi!" You know, all excited to see me. Well, instantly, I smell bacon. It's Sunday morning tradition. Brad Baugh up there, he cooks a big breakfast. So I knew going up there Sunday that I would smell breakfast, but breakfast smelled great. I wasn't tempted to eat anything. I wasn't hungry at all. I was drinking my drink. I was drinking my water. Didn't have any like cravings for anything, but it did smell good. Not gonna lie. Day 6, finally, I have been able to manage to get 2 of these in, which is goal, 60-80 grams of protein. Yesterday I did 66 grams of protein, which was a combination of these and some Carnation Instant Breakfast and a little bit of whipped Jiffy peanut butter in a shake form. So, let's see. And now today. And I'm feeling great. I am amazed how well I feel. Pain, it's amazing. I'm not really in any pain. Sometimes, I twist in bed and I feel those incisions kind of moving a little bit, and that's it. I was really impressed with how well I'm feeling and doing. Today I'm gonna start. I have a Planet Fitness membership, so me and my wife, and in about 30 minutes, we're gonna go to Planet Fitness and walk. I'm just gonna walk on the treadmill, not strenuously, but I'm gonna try to walk 2.5 miles per hour for an hour, and just get my heart rate up and start getting into that rhythm. So, I do want to give some shout outs. So, these are some people you should follow. If you're not following them, I tell you what, they have been great help to me. The first contact I made was VSG Gary. VSG Gary had surgery about 4 months ago, so he's in the journey right now, and he lives in the Dayton area. We didn't have the same surgeon, but he was, and has been since I made contact with him, amazing. So I've been fielding questions off him. He's been checking in with me every day on how I feel. He's mentioned me in some of his videos, which really means a lot. So I just want to give a shout out and say hello to VSG Gary. And then, of course, right behind VSG Gary introduced me to VSG Zach and told me to send him a message. And sure enough, he visited me in the hospital, and I mean, it has been an overwhelming support. So I really appreciate it. And VSG Zach, by the way, next year, I want some of those Buckeyes. You know what I mean. He made some Buckeye candy. They are tempting me. Another one is Library Nerd VSG. I guess she had surgery the same day. She sent me a message. So I hope she's doing well. And then I've watched all the VSG Peppers videos, which she did like 1 month updates. They were really helpful. And then just kind of run down the list of people that I subscribe to that are amazing that you should really check out. VSG Bobby, fantastic job. I mean, really inspirational. Man, I hope I weigh 175 after a year. VSG Walter, he is crazy. I love his voices. I love your voices if you're watching. It's really entertaining. You do a good job. Let's see, VSG Brad, Eric VSG, Ezekiel Goodwin. He's had kind of a rough time of it the last couple of months, but he looks like he's on the way to do well. Sleeve Rocker, Ryan's Journey, Less of Sarah, VSG Davis, all these people, fantastic. I watch their videos all the time. And Ostashino, he is amazing on his comments. I've watched his videos too, but his comments, even on videos that aren't mine, they're very detailed and very helpful. So Ostashino, that used to live in Cleveland, now lives down in Texas. I got that right. And I think his real name is Keith. He sometimes goes by Mike, maybe even alter ego. I don't know. So, anyways, it's getting to be about 18 minutes, so I am gonna get out here. I really appreciate all the help and the support. If you're pre-op and you're about to have this surgery, good luck to you. It's a whole lot easier than living your life as a fat person. I mean, that's basically it. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is hard. It is hard not to eat, but the payoff is amazing. I never in my right mind thought I would lose 12.5 pounds the first week. I also want to say a special thank you to my wife. She has been so supportive. I could not have done it without her. Luckily, she's a teacher and she was not at school this week, and she was amazing. She was an amazing nurse. She helped me with whatever I needed. So anyways, I just want to say I love you and I thank you. Thank you so much for being there for me. Yeah, so that's about it. Hope everybody's doing well. Sorry this ran so long. With that, I'm out of here. See ya. Be well.